Hey, today I wanted to show another cool little trick with SmartGit. So if we have a new repository I want to open with SmartGit, typical way is to first launch SmartGit and then go over to project and open a repository. Let's say I want to open this OLE calculator project I have here. So I click next and then open it in the current project or make a new project and hit finish. And now I can see it, I can look at the log and do other things and interact with the repository. This can be quite a bit of work though. So a little trick I've put together is a Git alias to do the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and close this now and go over to the directory where the repository exists. Open a command window and just simply type git smart. And what this is set up to do is launch SmartGit and open that same repository and allow me to interact with it without actually having to go through the process of either opening it in the first case or trying to find it in my existing projects. Also, you'll notice if I remove it here, this was saved with a project with another repository, my GitHub project here, and I go ahead and close this, and I run the same command again actually. This time you'll notice that it opens it in its own project and not in the project that it was already assigned to. So in that first step when I opened it, I assigned it to the GitHub project, but if there's no project assigned, it will just open a new project. And you can see that by actually going to open or manage projects, and you'll notice a new project here added for this OLE calculator repository that didn't belong to the GitHub project anymore. So it's great the SmartGit recognizes when you open a repository if it's in a project or not and appropriately acts on that. So how does this command work? Let's look at that really quickly. To set this up, you need to add an alias to your Git config. I've called mine smart. You can call it whatever you want. Basically, it just executes the subshell and passes a command to it. The first part of which is the location of SmartGit, and the second part is a git command to determine the repository location. So if I copy this and go back to my command line and run this, you'll see it just returns the location of the repository. Even if I'm in a subdirectory here and run it again, it gives the same location. So this just tells SmartGit to open that repository. And the last part of the command is, or the alias, is an ampersand, which just tells it to run in the background. So you'll notice if I launch this again here, I still have full control to do things on my command line. Anyways, I thought that was something you might enjoy. I've enjoyed using it. It's a much quicker way to open SmartGit and work in the repository I'm currently working in, as I usually have a command line open already.